Disclaimer, this is for LUKOLA shippers only. If you're not a believer, skip this. Please do not comment, we already know. Shippers do not tag or share with LUKOLA. This a theory based on assumptions. In no way am I saying that this what happened. Parts of what is said is publicly available, but this a fictionalized perception of the reality. Do not take it too seriously and please don't attack anyone over this. No harm is intended. It's just my opinion. Enjoy. Elle insists on comparing Penelope and Colin to Ross and Rachel from Friends, but it doesn't make much sense. Ross and Rachel from Friends and Penelope and Colin from Bridgeton both explore the theme of will they won't they romance, but their dynamics differ. Ross and Rachel's relationship is marked by a series of breakups and makeups, driven by misunderstandings and differing life goals. Their chemistry is undeniable, but their timing is often off, leading to a tumultuous journey before their eventual reconciliation. Penelope and Colin, on the other hand, begin as close friends, with Penelope harboring secret feelings for Colin. Their relationship evolves more subtly, with attention coming from Penelope's hidden identity as Lady Whistledown and Colin's obliviousness to her feelings. Unlike Ross and Rachel's dramatic ups and downs, Penelope and Colin's story is one of gradual realization and deepening affection. While both couples capture the complexities of love, Ross and Rachel's journey is marked by overt drama, whereas Penelope and Colin's is more about unspoken emotions and trust. Why is he making the connection with the two couples then? The blurred lines are at play here again. He can relate to Colin in many ways, but I think he is more like a Penelope in the LUKOLA situation. Elle said that he believes in love at first sight.
If I meet someone I know immediately, there's a difference between me and Colin. I felt that. I've met someone and been immediately infatuated with them. That's something that's more me than Colin.
He also stated that he felt warmth from N immediately, and he recalls their first meeting very well for someone who has a bad memory. This meeting was probably important, as it was so well preserved in his memory and his heart. I think that he had been crushing on her since day one, and his infatuation has only grown stronger over the years and turned into love. My guess is that Jay probably realized that he had more than friendly feelings towards N in 2022. Maybe he didn't really admitted that to himself before she pointed it out. Maybe he knew all along and tried to suppress it. But I'm sure that he knew what he was feeling during the filming of Season 3. I'm not sure that he made a move at the time, as he was fresh off a long-term relationship, and I have the feeling that he truly admires, he looks up to her. Maybe he thought that she was out of his league. He loves her company. He clearly finds her attractive, intelligent, kind and funny. Maybe he was comfortable only fantasizing about her. Maybe he was waiting for the right time and trying to build up the courage to cross the lines. I don't think that they've dated. Maybe they've had hookups. But I don't think they have had a serious thing, but I'm sure they've always had serious feelings towards each other. That's probably why he sees their situation as a Ross and Rachel situation. He was in a relationship when he met her, and she was probably in a relationship when he wasn't anymore. N doesn't believe in love at first sight. She said that friends to lovers is the healthiest way to go, because you've skipped all of the posturing and all of the initial things you do when you meet someone. You try and pretend to have only nice underwear. Or that you don't sit on the couch and eat your dinner off your lap. Because they've been friends first, they go, I know you deep, true. Abiding love comes from when you love the bones of someone. You love them deeply in their entirety. That's a thing that you get with friends to lovers, because you love them first as a friend. I believe that N also always loved L, but she is very level-headed, practical, and down-to-earth. She probably thought that it was important for them to be friends, to work together, and portray their friends to lovers' storyline. She took him under her wing as she was more experienced. I think that L was a nice surprise, as she couldn't have wished for a better partner. I think that she has always valued their friendship and loved him. She had certainly put him in the friend zone as he was taken, and they were working together. She may also had never really considered him as a potential boyfriend, as he was a little younger and less mature at the time. She needs a significant amount of time to warm up to people, especially a partner. I think that she gradually fell for L's charm and qualities over the years. She found comfort, stability, and felt at ease with him. She likes him because he is sweet, generous, dependable, has no ego, and laughs at her jokes. She also finds him attractive. I think that she noticed the effects that she has on him. But I'm sure that she was building walls and compartmenting the whole time. She may even have rejected his feelings explicitly. N has stated that she hasn't been in love since she was like 9 and she can't imagine it. N is extremely cautious when it comes to love, and she relies heavily on logic when it comes to her romantic endeavors. She is looking for the one as she takes love extremely seriously. She might have thought that L was not the ideal partner, ignoring what she was feeling or failing to recognize it as romantic love. She has a clear vision for herself and her life, and she would stay away from what could potentially deter her from achieving her goals. N could also have a fear of romantic love as she knows that it'll make her lose control. She may perceive love as a source of vulnerability and potentially pain and disappointment. Both may have been confused at times about their own feelings. They were really committed to their characters and the lines between reality and fiction were blurred. It could have taken time to understand what they were feeling. And you know they didn't want to mess up whatever they had going on. After the filming of season 3, they both went their separate ways. I can't help to think that Elle was kind of hurt in a way and maybe heartbroken during his HBS. Aquarian guys want to know that you're as serious about him as he is about you. So if you're closed off emotionally or physically distant, he might just assume he isn't wanted he was. Elle was certainly trying to get over his feelings, and he got into a situationship. He is a relationship kind of guy, but I'm not sure that he was not taking her too seriously, and he still isn't in my opinion. We all saw what happened when Elle and N reunited. It's flagrant. During this PR tour, their hidden feelings came back to the surface. The PR may have encouraged them, they couldn't help themselves and they overdid it. Elle was totally enamored with her, girlfriend or not. N was playful and flirty, but she fell into her own trap. You could see the power struggle in Italy. There was a lot of tension, and they came to an agreement of sort there. In the beginning of the tour, N was quite jaded, but the time they spent together changed everything. If you look in N's eyes, you can clearly see the shift. She was opening to him. Her walls were crumbling. She was openly falling in love with an Englishman. Elle was more assertive, bolder, more territorial. They were happy in Brazil and Ireland. N was letting her guard down. By the end, N started to believe in love. We all know what happened. I think that N is deeply hurt. He crushed her intentionally or not. She had reservations for a long time, and the doubts about their compatibility, his maturity, their priorities and social needs. Everything that could be barrier, a reason why this could be a mistake, was proven to be true. In my opinion, Elle could be hurt and petty about something too, but I believe that he needs to apologize and clean up his mess. He needs to find out what he really needs for himself, whether this includes N or not, and proceed with caution to achieve his goals. N needs a best friend in her life partner, someone fun and loving, someone steady she can trust, and who supports her. He has proven himself to be capable of that. She needs someone who is not hesitant and honest about his feelings. Elle needs a life partner who is less pessimistic and cautious about love. He needs to be sure of her feelings and needs to be her number one. He insisted on good communication as it seems to be source of misunderstandings and conflicts between them. I think that life is really short and what they have is really precious and rare. It'll be shame and quite disheartening to see it go to waste. I believe they could have a beautiful and long-lasting relationship if they find a way to acknowledge properly what they are feeling, communicate efficiently, and be patient and understanding. They already have what it takes to be in a strong, supportive, successful, and fulfilling relationship. They should really consider it for our sakes also.